Boston College about to kick it off and get this game started. The returner will field it and bring it back. So the SMU Mustangs offense will have the first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Coleman, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this is.
And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Boston College. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The run from the shotgun. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Might as well give it to him again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fire that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margin will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ends today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
And it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Wants to throw it. Fires to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give it back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. Pocket breaking down.
Matriculated the ball down the field. Didn't they? It was so impressive. Didn't see a lot of
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Makes the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
The quick passing game does several things. One, they let the pass rush into those great defensive line. The ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting long yardage in predictable situations.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He'll have to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. If you can't throw it late, it's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Golden Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. In the backfield, it's Wallace. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Caught behind the line, it's Hicks. And he makes it past the mark. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Hand off from the gun. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running backs on the play.
The Mustangs with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Finds his man. It's Anderson. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down to 4 after the big pass play. And the Mustangs line it up with a 1st and goal. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Can the defense stop him again on 2nd and goal? He'll line his man on the option. Quick toss. Great job by the back on the option.
It looks like the offense just had the defense confused on that option play. Nobody accounted for the pitch man. Running back able to walk in.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off play action. action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Using his legs, it's Richard. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a good job by the dragger out there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Boston College will send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt and trying to pick up some yards. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, how about that? He gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
We're looking for a physical attack from the guy. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Looking for space. It's up here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The pitch. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game. The Mustangs are on the move. Softened him up with the run, and now the throw.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Wants to go up top on first down. They'll go in the middle. It's Wade. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grab in the backfield. It's Richard. defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here in the third.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Gets it out fast.
The evolution of these slot receivers, they're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now throw. Finds his tight end. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. And the Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Jennings. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll pull it on the read. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. And the Mustangs back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Just right in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Okay, ready? They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. This one's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Let's go. It's 1st down from the 11. He leaves it with his back. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone.
Disaster. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Disastrous play. Defense covering up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. This offense has been running wild in the 1st half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Let's go. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Into the end zone. It's intercepted. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Little. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grant in the middle gets Wade. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Pass rush. Coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it on the outside. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Harris. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Golden Eagles in a good spot here with second and short. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Now from inside the red zone. Got his man quickly. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Got his man in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Snapped it in the shotgun. Big fella moving. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets a pass to Martin. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Mustangs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense, and I've got the lead. They've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And the Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Willis. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
To the air on second down. Completes it in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They're dealing with a second and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's gone. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Golden Eagles have pushed it inside the 20. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught in the backfield. It's Richard. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Harris. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to run and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Takes a big play. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Boston College will try to get it in on a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have...
They take the lead with the 6.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And he added the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 9. SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to take off. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Working the big throw to the corner. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch, it's Cooper. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. 6th play of the drive coming up. On the run, it's Green. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebackers. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't thrown him yet. Good gain on the return, and this defense has... them up with a big play. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Shoots his way for more. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Using his legs to buy some time. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He's got it. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. There's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him and weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his act.
Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Ron gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Mustangs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pulls it and fires to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, and get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. On the move, it's Hicks. They get him stopped at the 2, and it'll be first and goal. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Mustang. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, hit in the end zone, and take the lead.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Finds his back in the middle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Back up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on third down. It's 56 yards out from here. He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Wade. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Boston College. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. To the air, it's Jennings. Makes the grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Bringing the heat. And here's a fumble. Well, they recovered their own fumble, but they'll still have to give up the football. A turnover on downs. Desperately wanted to defensive tackle. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Touchdown, Boston College. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Snagged in the middle. He gets it to the 41-yard line. Big play for this offense.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fired. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Grabs it in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense changing the play. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. A strike downfield. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Mustangs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 6th, of the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Using the quick game. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. It's good, and that was dead solid. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the returner will be brought down. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Wade. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Calling a timeout here, you have worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. If you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that